But very importantly, tomorrow tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico, and that'll start.
Donald Trump's presidency is creating chaos, and it's not just the news. Wall Street's freaking out too.
The tax cut bill.
Investors are worried his unpredictable moves could mess up the stock market, which means trouble for everyday Americans' savings and pensions. The economic chaos unfolding. The economic landscape is looking pretty bleak right now. You feel it, don't you? Prices are soaring, and uncertainty is the name of the game. It's not just about the numbers on a screen. It's about real people and their livelihoods. The chaos Trump brings isn't just a political issue. It's an economic one, and it's affecting everyone, from big corporations to everyday families. Think about it. When the stock market swings wildly, it doesn't just impact Wall Street. It trickles down to the average Joe. Your savings, your pension, all at risk. That's a scary thought. What happens when uncertainty becomes the norm? How do you plan for the future when the ground beneath you keeps shifting? Wall Street is feeling the heat. Investors are on edge, and they're not shy about expressing their concerns. They know that chaos in the White House can lead to chaos in the market. And right now, that's exactly what's happening. Wall Street's reaction. Wall Street is buzzing with anxiety. Investors are not just worried, they're downright alarmed. The unpredictability of Trump's presidency is causing waves that are hard to ignore.
European Union is a different case than Canada, different kind of case. They've really taken advantage of us in a different way. They don't accept our cars. They don't accept essentially our farm products. They use all sorts of reasons why not. And we accept everything of them. And we have about a $300 billion deficit with the European Union.
It's like a roller coaster ride, but without the fun. You can't help but wonder, how much longer can this go on? Hedge funds and big banks are whispering about potential fallout. They're not just talking amongst themselves, they're sending signals to the rest of us. When the smart money starts to get nervous, it's time to pay attention. They see the signs. They know that every erratic tweet could send stocks tumbling. It's a game of chance, and right now, the odds don't look good. It's a delicate balance. Investors want to make money, but they're also aware of the risks. With Trump at the helm, that risk feels magnified. Investors are raising concerns. They're not just worried about the present, they're concerned about the future. What does this mean for your investments? For your financial security? The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable. Rich Bernstein has voiced these concerns. He highlights the disconnect between what investors think they know and the reality of the market.
Been asking me my opinion on these type of issues, but I think, look, the Fed is going to be somewhat out of step. I think we could argue about how much.
It's almost comical, but it's also tragic. People are confident, yet they're stepping into a minefield. Each step could lead to disaster. But what's driving this overconfidence? Is it a refusal to see the writing on the wall? Or is it hope in the face of chaos? Whatever it is, it's dangerous. The market isn't forgiving. One wrong move could lead to significant losses, and many are blind to that reality. If you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content. The return of the chaos presidency. Trump's presidency has been labeled a chaos presidency for a reason. It's not just a catchy phrase. It encapsulates the unpredictability that's become the norm. Remember when you could wake up without checking the news to see what Trump had tweeted? Those days feel long gone. This chaos brings volatility. Investors are left wondering what's next. Will a random comment send stocks soaring or crashing? It's a gamble, and not one that many can afford to take. Living in this environment can feel like walking a tightrope. How do you balance your desire to invest with the fear of losing it all? The stakes are getting higher. Each day brings new challenges, and it's exhausting. Trump's impact on the market. Trump's impact on the market is undeniable. His words carry weight. When he speaks, the market reacts.
No room left for Mexico or for Canada. No, the tariffs, they're all set. They go into effect tomorrow.
Often in unpredictable ways. It's like a game of Jenga. One wrong move, and everything could come crashing down. Every tweet, every statement can send shockwaves through the economy. It's not just about policy anymore. It's about perception. How does the market perceive Trump's actions? And how does that affect your investments? It's a complex web, and untangling it isn't easy. The reality is that many are left holding the bag. The wealthy elite might weather the storm, but what about the rest of us? The chaos isn't just an abstract concept. It's a real risk that affects real lives. Rich Bernstein's insights. Rich Bernstein's perspective is eye-opening. He points out a stark contrast between what investors believe and the reality on the ground.
Tyler mentioned before about, he used the horse race analogy. And I think it's time to bet on the field, not even on the numbered horses, right? You should bet on the field here.
It's wild, right? People are confident, yet they're stepping into a minefield. It's a recipe for disaster. Bernstein highlights the rising uncertainty. Everyone wants to jump into the market, but the conditions are shaky. How can you feel secure when the ground feels like it's shifting beneath you? That's the question many are grappling with. The reality is, with the chaos that surrounds us, it's crucial to tread carefully. Investors need to be aware of the risks. The market isn't forgiving. One misstep, and you could be staring at substantial losses. Investors caught in a bear market. Picture this. Investors eager to put their money in, but they're stepping into a bear market. It's like trying to swim in a pool filled with sharks. Sure, you might think you can manage it, but the risks are high. The market isn't just a playground, it's a battleground. With so much uncertainty swirling around, how can anyone feel confident? The reality is that many are blindly optimistic. They're convinced that a positive turn is right around the corner. The 1% versus everyday Americans. This isn't just a problem for the wealthy. The top 1% might own a significant chunk of the market, but the rest of us are affected too. A majority of stocks are owned by the elite, leaving the everyday American with only a fraction. It's a stark divide. Think about your retirement account. For many, it's tied up in stocks. When the market crashes, it's not just the rich who suffer. Your savings, your future, all hang in the balance. Retirement accounts under threat. Your retirement savings are under threat, and it's alarming. It's not just numbers on a screen, it's your life savings. The stakes couldn't be higher. Many people are only a few years away from retirement. They've worked hard, saved diligently, and now their future feels uncertain. What happens if the market takes a nosedive? It's a risk that can't be ignored. The chaos surrounding Trump's presidency only adds to this anxiety. Every tweet, every impulsive comment can send the market spiraling. Are you ready to face the consequences? The reality is that many are not prepared, and that's a scary thought. Your retirement shouldn't hinge on the unpredictable nature of a president's words, the volatility of Trump's tweets. Trump's tweets are a force to be reckoned with. They have the power to send the market soaring or crashing down. It's like a game of roulette. One spin, and everything could change in an instant. Can you afford to play that game? Every erratic comment can create chaos. Investors are left scrambling, trying to make sense of the madness. It's exhausting to keep up. How do you build a strategy when the rules are constantly changing? It's a daunting challenge. The volatility is a double-edged sword. On one hand, there are opportunities. On the other, there's the risk of significant loss. It's a balancing act that few can master. Are you ready to navigate through this storm? The reality is, many are not. We hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future uploads.